Well, the sun is going down. It's 9:54 p.m. and the notification says that within the hour we should have ourselves a launch. So that's a great way to start this episode with a nighttime launch of one of our rockets from our great work. Very cool. And it's going on midnight. Because I don't know if the statistics change once we go past midnight, but if you remember last episode, we were at 9,000. This was 20,000. And this was 50. Oh, 9,000, 23,000, 66. Nice. Okay, nice. Satellite has achieved a stable orbit. Good, good. Yeah, I wanted to wait until night to check that, and also because the launch looked like it was going to be a nighttime launch, but otherwise, we'll see you in the morning. Look at the line of boats, ships coming into the ferry terminal to drop off passengers, tourists, maybe some residents. Look at this. Our city is growing. We are now at 31,000 residents. So we've got a nice upward, little bit of a plateau here, but otherwise a nice upward trend in our population. We've got jobs. We've got a large number of low wealth tourists. Wonderful. And remember how several episodes ago we were talking about maybe at some point the city would become profitable, amusement park profits, rewards for launching a satellite, more amusement park. Look at that. Just nice. So we were going from a 91,000 amusement park profit to a 103, now 114. We've got rewards for that. Our space, our specialization. We're hardly spending anything on the specialization. So nice. Really good. Really good. Welcome back to more SimCity. We're about to open up our amusement park at 10 a.m. It's being cleaned. I'm just curious. There's a couple of things I'm curious about. I'm curious about what is, because last episode I thought maybe we had hit the max, the ceiling, but we hadn't. So we're going to check this the next few evenings or right at midnight to see. So I need to remember. So we're now just under 10,000 for the main attraction rides, 23,000 for the secondary rides, and 66,000 for the concession stands. The concession stands is where you make your money. But the other thing that I want to check, so right now this is reset. but I noticed that we were bringing in about, I think it was just under 400 tourists to this. Let's let the day go and see, because here's what I'm curious about as this day gets going. I said that when we build this great work, the Space Center great work, I am curious because this region has 6 cities, 3 islands with 2 cities per island. And I'm just curious if, because this is number one, a smaller region, because we've got some 16 city regions, and because these 2 cities are not connected by road to these 2 cities. And none of these 4 cities are connected by road to these 2 cities. And I wonder if this is ever, and we may need to bounce back and forth. We did the rocket, the great work, the Space Center in season 5, I believe. And I'm curious, I want to know how many visitors are coming here. And if you remember season 5, and I believe it was season 5, the roads were backed up with visitors. So I know we took a field trip a couple of episodes ago to take a look at the arcology at a different version of Serenity Key. I want to go back to season 5, which is what I think it is, but I want to go back to that region and see, for comparison. I want to know how many visitors are going to the Space Center of that particular region and season, so we'll have an idea. We'll have like a baseline to compare. Oh, look at this. Man, that brings back memories. All right, so this was it wasn't 16, it was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cities. And even though they're not all technically connected, this region has multiple roads. So I'm just curious. No, it's 5:07 p.m. I wonder, that number keeps going up. I wonder if we have to wait, if we have to let the city wait for a while. Okay, so maybe the number of tourists visiting the Space Center of our current region, maybe that's in line. And then when we come here, as of right now, the traffic is not that bad. But if you remember, all right, all right, well that's good to know. 244. It looks like it's leveled off. I wonder. This was our most tourist focused. Well, no, let's go to another city that's even heavier with tourism. Well, it's nighttime. I wonder if that makes a difference. It's 1 a.m. Let's 875 tourists. If the more focused a city is on tourism, And I mean, we could have stayed in this city to see, but because it's 1:30 in the morning, and this city, which we went full we went heavy with tourism, and this city is representing more traffic on the roads. Yeah, this seems to be holding steady. This city was not about tourism. This city was focused a bit more on education and whatnot. There's the space center. Not a single, no, nothing, zero. So I think the space center, and this is good to know for future reference. First of all, yeah, it recognizes it 875. The more focused your city is on tourism. So it ranges anywhere from, and we didn't let that stay active for long, but that was zero. That was 350. And these two cities, 875 visitors. So it seems like the more focused the city is on tourism, and it does make sense, the more benefit you would get from the space center. All right, field trip is over. That was educational. That helps me to have a baseline for our current season. All right, so now first of all, when we log in the morning, I think, well, it makes sense it has to build up, but that's good to know. I just wonder if we will ever. So this is, it's got an amusement park, but this is not a full on. That's a pretty good number of tourists though. But I wonder if it's not just based on the number of tourists, but the number of tourist attractions. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So, but as of right now, our roads are doing, our highway is doing well. Because that was a concern. 9:42 a.m. That's awesome. Really good. All right. Our gambling houses. That's a nice profit. That's an even better. That's a better. That's a better profit. Two gambling houses making a good profit. The day before, so yesterday this made a bit more than these two combined. I'm just doing real quick math. Real quick math. 48,000, 36. Yeah. So good. Very good. How about this? You know, for a Considering we don't have to employ people, that's in range of that profit. But good. Look at this. Our city is growing. I need more towers. But this is that image, that vision that I had. Nice. Real quick. Good. Good. Okay. That's why it's so important just to check your statistics from time to time. So important. Okay, good. It is 11 a.m. and we are nearly finished with garbage. City is still growing. Let's do two things. Let's burn garbage even faster and do another truck because we don't have a lot of space. We've got another launch. Space Center computers are infected by a virus. Remember I said that there was a downside, and that's the virus. All right, so 2 fire, 2 clinics. I'm trying to. I may have done this in between episodes, but I put another fire station here and another clinic, and I just can't remember if I did that in between episodes. I got a criminal. All right. We are real close to everyone being enrolled in school. I think I want a clinic, but these are high-tech industries now. But if you lived or if you worked out here, because we do have a sick person. Taisha Branch, feeling sick, heading home. She came from the community college. I always laugh because they do the graphics. Let's see if we can get it the right angle. See all that green where they're just spitting. All right, Taisha, I'm sorry. Let's do a clinic. What makes sense? Can we do a clinic right here? Kind of best of. Or is this not a good spot for one? I mean, it goes right there. I'm trying to think. That would be kind of in between industrial, and I think that's a good spot. Good. 31-minute wait for bus. And I have been thinking. I've been thinking about shuttle buses lately. I need a spot. Maybe we just go over to the industrial area. Because I'm starting to think we're not going to need all of this Maybe instead of this being industrial over here, this is for school, depot, and these shuttle buses. Because I believe this road is still low density. We could take this road from low density to medium density. That's what we could do. We could even put another industrial building there. We could even maybe even fit something there. Maybe even something there. I just don't think we're going to need let's take the roads. Are they even are they even wanting it? They're yellow. They would eventually. Let's do that. Let's take the roads up. Let's do shuttle, unless there's another spot for shuttle bus that I'm overlooking. I mean, we could do shuttle out here. All right, let's see what happens. I mean, we're right at 31 minutes. I don't need a lot because I like to be under 30. So now if we had to, if we really needed, we could get a little bit more industry here as well as there. We got parks, zero rubble, zero abandoned buildings. It's a good gauge. We are nicely green. A few lime greens, but we are green. Still have infected computers, which means I believe it's shut down when that happens. Yeah. So just like the airport has a security incident with criminals. Space Center has a security incident with computer virus. So we have we're basically getting nothing out of the Space Center right now. So it's actually good that the Space Center computers are infected by a virus. So it wants us to send replacements right away. Send 20 crates of computers to the Space Center within 24 hours. We are down to 2 hours left to do that. If we do that, then we get a 10,000 simoleon reward. But think about this. Yes, it's down and we're not getting visitors as of right now. But think about the cost of, first of all, we would put down a computer storage lot. After we put down a computer storage lot, we would be importing computers. Okay, we've still got time. Let's do this. Let's pause. Let's put down the computer lot. All right, so now let's. All right. All right. So per 1,184,000 simoleons. Think about the cost to get this, and I guess this would be a kind of a fun challenge if you haven't done it before, if you're new to SimCity. But think about the cost involved to collect on a 10,000 simoleon reward. So yeah, it's good that this happened for demonstration purposes. Space Center virus defeated. The challenge, the reward went away. Space Center is back up and running. It's operational. And we did not have to go through. Now, if this was a city that was an electronic city and we had computers left over, then fine. But yeah, Space Center is now up and running. It's operational. Now, of course, we have to build up some tourist arrivals. But when you think about the cost of what the reward amount was compared to what it would have cost us to send those computers there. Now, yes, if this had been, once again, if this had been a computer city already, that's one thing, but it wasn't. So, kind of glad that we had that happen. It'll happen again. It's only lasts for, I believe, 24 game hours. It's not that long. So, excellent. Excellent. That was a really good way of demonstrating. Once again, there are pros and cons to the great works, except for the solar farm. Great work.